Good morning, family. Janet and I are going to start the process of making the chili this morning, and I hope you enjoy it and learn a lot from this. Today is November 20th, 2015. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to put this chili, which I soaked and water overnight, and then I boiled it to soften up the skin, and then we'll turn the processor on and it will blend it to a fine paste. Now I won't fill it because we'll have to do it a little at a time because it isn't a big food processor. So let's see if I got the right attachment on this. That's always the trick. So bear with me. There we go. Okay. Right now I've got the wrong one plugged in. I've got the mixer going. Here we go. And I'm going to put this down to cover it so it doesn't splash up. And then I'm going to start the food process. Press chop. I'm going to check it to see if it's browned up enough. No, it still needs a little more. Its skin is still so it'll get noisy again. Put the paste into I lost my spoon. Do you see it, Janet? No. Oh, it's in here. I'm going to take it out. The texture is pureed. And then I'll put in another batch and do the same process again. And we used about 10 ounces of the chili pods. And it's usually New Mexico. And I like the Fernandez brand. And it'll look like more or less like this. So we'll start again. Press chop. I'm going to check it to see if it's browned up enough. No, it still needs a little more. Its skin is still so it'll get noisy again. I'm going to put a little of the chili broth in water so that we can get a better paste. Before we started, Jen and I had taken out the seeds last night and cut the stems off so they would be ready to go in the morning. Okay. I'm going to turn it on now. Here we go.
Here you go, what?
I'm taping it. This is what we've got done so far. And I'm going to I'm going to add this garlic to the sauce to grind it up. And this will be the last of the 10 ounces of chili. pots. I like the New Mexico chili pots. They're brand. I added a little more liquid to this chili paste. And the next step will be to put it in the large pan to brown with flour. This has garlic, but now we need to put cominos and salt and some of the broth from the meat. So that's the next step.
Rolling.
All right, now I'm going to make the chili that we will put inside the tamales, red chili. So I'll start by adding flour to the pan that I put oil in, and I have it on low because we don't want any burned chili. Now I'll mix it in. A lot of times they have problems though we don't get the right. It has to be like gravy, kind of that thick gravy. And sometimes we end up adding more flour. So I'll put the flour in first and then the chili. And now I need the chili. And as you recall, this is the one we blended. I'll put it all in here and I'll blend it in with the flour and possibly use some of the chili juice to keep that red deep color that makes your red tamale. I'll spread it around. And you have to stay right with it because we don't want to burn the flour or the chili. And kind of saute it. And I have a recipe in Jackie's cookbook with the quantity of flour and chili. And you can always change it around, add, or if you make less. We're going to try for 15 dozen tamales, so we need that much chili. So here's hoping we got it right. I'm going to add a little more flour just to be sure. The paste from the chili also makes it thicker, so that's good too. So a lot of stirring. I'll add some broth, which I have to my left over here. And I took off the excess fat in it, so hopefully it come out real bit much better that way. I'm going to use the same cup here because I'll have the chili flavor. Another thing that was nice today was I always like to make tamales when it's cold outside. It seems like it's better. It's more tamale cooking time. Okay, well, I better wait a little bit here. Browns a little bit more. Get ahead of myself. We're done with the red chili, but last night we cooked the meat. We cooked about 15 pounds of pork, and this morning we cut it out.
What kind of pork?
I used a pork shoulder blade roast. You can use the pork butt or just the pork shoulder, but this was the pork blade roast.
Show us how small the meat is.
And then we chop the meat up into small pieces, or you can shred it even smaller, but I don't like it too small. And the chili is, this is the chili pods that we put in here. It was a paste with flour, and then we added spiced chili, which is, here it is, the chili powder, Mexican style. It has all the spices in it. We added ground cumin, or comino, so that I call them, and salt. And we have to, we let the chili cook first with the broth from the pork, and salted it to taste. And what else did we do? We added flour to make it thick, and kept adding different kinds of chili to make it hot. Put a little piquin. You can also put jalapeno if you really like it hot, but we used chili piquin and hot powdered chili. You can talk, of course. We're going to try to make 15 pounds of masa, which should give us a dozen per pound.
Still don't think that's enough. What are you doing, Jackie?
I'm sorry. I think that looks pretty good.
What do you think? Yeah, it spreads good. It's fine.
Yeah, it spreads real nice.
Okay. Do we need to add any more masa to it?
I don't know.
It's not too watery. Here we can.
Did you add water, Mom?
The
Yeah,
broth.
We'll let her record the next one. I just
No,
want to say
it's good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the masa's ready to
Well, wait.
spreading. But before we do the spreading, we have these corn husks, which come off of a corn cob, and we rinse them out again. Make sure everything is clean with hot water or warm water. It's too hot. And then set them in a dish where it can drain colander, and then it won't get on your counter. And this is usually the job for the novice worker, that they get the grunt work. And usually it's done in a family group, which makes it go faster. Even Grandpa helps with the spreading. So we're about ready for the next phase of completing the tamale.
Dad, what you doing?
Trying to spread it out if I can get the hang of it.
Is there art to that?
Yeah, take a little brine out again. Okay, here's your masa. It's white corn. It's been pre-prepared with shortening already in it, lard or shortening, and salt. And then I'm going to add a little broth to make it a little bit smoother to handle, just a little bit, and set it aside. Okay, I'm going to turn the mixer on. guess I have to get closer to the stove. All right, now I'm ready to put chili inside the tamale.
Okay, how'd you do this pan? What'd you do to the pan?
Before I put like, you put it like a teepee. I put a strainer that's got the shape of a bowl, and then I'm going to stand my tamales upright with the, I'll show you in a minute, but I put the bones from the roast at the top, so the bone is always has a flavor too.
Ooh, nice.
So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to fill it.
Show Janet all the spread tamales.
Oh, and these are the ones that we have spread already. So it's ready to put the chili in. It seems like you find me a spoon here, a big spoon.
Got any spoons over there, Jeff?
I got it. Okay. So I'm going to put a little, like a tablespoon of meat, and then I'm going to run the little sauce around it. And then I'm going to overlap the tamale leaf husk and second layer. And then I'm going to fold the bottom and squeeze the top to keep the chili in it. And then I'll place it in the pan and stand it up and continue doing the same with the other. A spoon of meat and the chili. Sometimes I don't think I have enough meat in it, so then I'll put a little bit more on the inside of it. Fold it over. And squeeze it again. Stand it up. Time to.
Okay, I stopped.
Tell how many hours later.
We start spreading at what time?
1.
We start spreading at 1. And this is the result of the cooked tamales
At 4:30.
at 4:30. And we still have another batch to cook. Switch it over there. Which will take another
30 minutes.
30 minutes. And then another 30 minutes to cool off. And then we can enjoy them.
That's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.